Good morning. I hope everyone is doing great this morning. Welcome to Sandra P's Gen Extra. This is an impromptu live today. Sandra P is free to move about the cabin. So I am en route back home to Charlotte. I'm still in Atlanta. I'll be leaving in another whatever time checkout is from the hotel. So another hour and a half or so. But just wanted to wrap things up. Thank everyone that was dipping in to give their support and wishing me traveling mercies and commenting on any video or picture that you saw. I appreciate it. I am a newer content creator, so of course, when I am free to move about the cabin, I love to share things, but I do get caught up in the moment, and I appreciate all of you requesting to see this or see that. I did the best that I could, but again, I was an attendee of Winter Wonderland with the beautiful, positive, wonderful Melody Cherie. We took a couple of pictures together. My friend It's Tate gave that one. That one, we were posing, of course, but it was candid. So that was the expression. I've already updated it. This is going to be the thumbnail Winter Wonderland 2025 recap. So it was at the same, I think I can say it was at the same location since it's already occurred. It is right outside Atlanta. It's a beautiful venue, plenty of parking, decorated. They have the building, of course, there's little Christmas decorations and stuff, or holiday decorations, whatever you celebrate. And I want to tell everyone, I heard someone tell someone Merry Christmas this morning, a little boy. The lady said she doesn't celebrate. But whatever you celebrate during this holiday season, I celebrate Christmas, but I also love Kwanzaa. I recognize Hanukkah. After the holiday, we have Ramadan. There are so many holidays. I respect everyone spending the time with the family, spending time with themselves. I was showcasing. Good morning, Inez Martin. Hey, y'all look good. Thank you so much. A time was had. It was wonderful. But what Melody was doing, of course, it was to get together, celebrate Black excellence, positivity. She was given a tie by my friend 32 Shots. Everyone who knows her knows that she is very creative. So she made her and the ladies that were staying in the house. I think Drop the T was getting up. Some of the VIP had questions. So Drop the T allowed 32 Shots to give Melody. Melody will probably show it on one of her pages. I don't believe I have a picture of it, but it's a tie. Sometimes if you ever see 32 Shots somewhere, she might have made what it was or altered it. She's a creative designer. But they gave her a tie that part of it said the blueprint, and I can't remember. I'm sorry. I'll have to read back and look at it because I took some videos of it. But she loved it. I've been wanting one of these ties. Y'all know Mel. So we started out, but that was later in the night during the question and answer portion. But of course, we get there early enough. My hotel had been suggested to me by a subscriber. It is not far from where the event center was when I got here. And I got here day of event. I wanted to come into town a few days earlier. Unfortunately, I was not able to do that. I had a few things happen last minute with me at home, and then I needed to have my hair braided. So the only appointment I can get was Friday night. And the girl started, I feel like 7:30, but she was running kind of late. My flight was supposed to be 10:40 that night. It was delayed until like 1 in the morning, which all would have been fine, but she finished in a couple of hours. I was tired. I said, I will just go in the morning. So I ended up doing that, and I got here first thing yesterday, which was Saturday, the day of the event. Luckily, I had my outfit. I had everything I was going to wear. My hair was already braided. So everything I needed to do had already been done before I left. But when I got here, I was looking for some of the people that were going to be here. I didn't see anybody, which was okay because I still needed to rest. I came down to get a lift, and I kept getting a message that Lyft doesn't service this area, which was strange because I had taken a lift from where I was early in the day to this location. So maybe that just means there weren't any drivers. I don't know. Came downstairs. I was already dressed. Y'all see I had my white on, so I was very conspicuous. I run into another beautiful lady in white. I think I put a post of what I wore. I forgot to take this picture before I left, but I had on my Winter Wonderland white which Melody came up with last year. We didn't really know how that was going to work, but white is beautiful, y'all, during the winter, and you can find winter clothes in white. So I had that on. I came downstairs. I see another beautiful lady in white. She was looking at me. She said, Winter Wonderland? It was peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light is a content creator. She's a millimeter. I've seen her in chats and things like that. So she was familiar with me. She said, Sandra P. So we knew of each other. I said, I'm trying to get this lift. And she said, oh, she was riding with a few other ladies I happen to know. KB's mommy, it's Tay T. So it was lovely to see those beautiful ladies. They came down. Of course, everybody's in their beautiful white. So I ended up, the lift was a blessing in disguise that they claimed they didn't come here, even though I rode the lift here. So I rode there with those lovely ladies. When I got there, sound checking that, I think I can say her name. She's a subscriber. She was one of the ones I was talking to. She told me about the hotel. And I missed her there. I didn't see her there. I ended up getting a ride back to the hotel after the event with Soundcheck and that, her husband and son. So I appreciate that. I ran into so many of my subscribers. I love it. I met Regina. Hello, Regina. It was great to see you. I had a couple of the 7th Avenue beauty bags, the pink ones. So I was able to give those to, I said, if I see a couple of my subscribers, I'm going to give that bag to them, which I did. Regina was one of the ones to receive one, sound checking that. So it's just lovely to see people in person. All of the creators that you see that were in that sector, they do other things. They are very talented, can talk about any and everything, but Melody Cherie is the one that kind of brought this group into the sector. So at about, dinner was scheduled at 6:30. It was a little bit after because the family got there. Canavis is so funny. The first thing we saw when we got there, he is in business now as a DJ. He does some marketing, some other things. So he has a 360 photo kind of dance booth. I didn't go into that, but the little Melody's little girls were getting them. They were giving that booth a workout. A lot of the subscribers. So there was, of course, when there's Melody around, there's a lot of talking, eating, dancing, prancing, all of the stuff that just makes the holiday season what it is. For me, if you've been on my channel, excuse me in advance, December is a time of year that is not the greatest for me. Both my parents rested in peace. December 8th for my mom is her birthday. December 15th is my father's birthday. And then I have one of my nieces, my Capricorn niece. She's December 28th. I'm December 30th. I have a sister that's December 31st. But we lost our mother a week or so before Christmas. December 20th of the year, a few years ago, we were sitting in funeral services for my mom. So this is a time of year I have to have it either to myself or I have to be surrounded by people that are positive or just loved ones. So to be able to get a hug and to sit next to and to watch the dancing. I was in a sweater dress, y'all. I had a big meal. I had my shapewear on. I didn't do a lot of dancing, but those of you that did, you know who you are. KB's mommy one in particular. Tank and Melody and Canavis do not sit down from the line dancing. So that part was a lot of fun. Again, I'm skipping all around, so excuse me. But Canavis announced the family. They came in. Melody spoke to everybody. She surrounds the room, of course. Make sure everybody gets a hug, a touch, a how are you? You look beautiful. So good to see you. It's all genuine. It's all real. If you need that, that is the place to go. This is the second annual. It's the second one I've been to. There were people that saying, this is my first one, and they just loved it. It was beautiful. It was beautifully decorated. She had a lot of her 7th Avenue beauty products out and about, and you could open it and smell it and test it. And of course, as you know, you could go to 7th Avenue Beauty and order it, go into TikTok and order it. Miss Van, our sweet spirit Miss Van, was not there. She has not been well. So we are just hoping that the healing overtakes her and that she is well. I saw her sister, or maybe multiple sisters there. So at the family table, Melody's family table is always full, starting with her 4 children. She gave a little tea about, she asked the cameras to be down when she said that. I won't say that. But I'll just give a hint. As you can imagine, Winter Wonderland is something that the children really, really love. Sugar Mama's birthday was Friday, so it was the day before that. She turned 6. brought her up, introduced her. We all know her. That was a scene on Love and Marriage Huntsville where they had a couples trip, and Melody ends up telling Martell that they are going to have another child, and we know that there have been things going on at that time, so nobody know how that's going to turn out. But 6 years old, sweet sugar mama, and I appreciate that family. Melody, Martell, what they have shared on TV, they didn't have to do, but they did. I appreciate it. I feel like they have helped a lot of people. She has developed a really great community. And to see, she likes to be called Milani. So Caneva says Milani is 6. The sugar mama, she doesn't like that anymore, y'all. So we knew that was coming. So Milani is 6 years old. All of the children are beautiful. I'll mention Tank in particular because he's very, very comfortable in front of a crowd. I'll just say that. With the exception of Milani, all of them gave a speech just thanking us for being there, thanking us for supporting his mom, appreciating the journey that we took to get there. Melody is doing an incredible job with her children. I hope everything's positive on the other end as well. I don't follow that side of it as much since she left the show last year, dropped that tea last year after Mama Van asked the cameras to go down. That ended up being true. That's when she left, and I had stopped watching the show. I asked someone last night if they still watched it, and they said no. They stopped watching it before Melody even left because for some people it just got too dark. For me, it did, but I just felt like I'm giving her a little bit of support by still watching as long as she's there. And then when she's no longer there, there's no need for me to watch it anymore. It just didn't hold my interest. But Winter Wonderland, I'm so glad that she decided to do this for the second year in a row. Shortly after she came and everyone gave their speech, Miss Deborah gave a really nice speech. I was able to capture a good portion of that. She talks again about how she and Melody met. Melody was actually mowing her grass, which I found funny. She said she looked out the window. Look at this pretty woman. She's out here mowing grass. So that was the property preservation business. And they kept in touch from that. Melody knew that she trained. She reached out to Miss Deborah. The business is BID, B-I-D, Fitness, BID Fitness. I met her, took a beautiful picture with her. Miss Deb was talking about as far as Melody being all natural and vegan and all that. And it's something that she had not considered before, but she does now use the 7th Avenue beauty product. Miss Deb, she shines anyway. She's beautiful. She's one of the first ones on the dance floor. Canavis is funny. She's a big part of their business now. And they said, okay, we're going to play a certain song. Here she come with 2 fans. Y'all, it's the butt. So she was out there. She can really dance. She's a lot of fun. She's personable. And I asked for a picture with her. She said, are you going to tag me? I knew the business was BID Fitness, and I do follow her, but tagging and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I know it gets old. Y'all say, oh, she's Gen X. She doesn't know how to do this, that, and the other. But I'm not using that as an excuse because a lot of my friends and contemporaries that are the same age, they are technologically very savvy, and they do a lot of different things. For me, the content creation, it's accompanying me when I'm traveling or whatever I do anyway. It's not first and foremost, but that's a goal for 2026 that I will get more serious about it in the time that I spend with it. And I've been influenced by other people to do that. Melody mentioned, if you watch the short video I showed with the speech she was giving, she talked about Canavis being able to quit his job. So the DJing hobby, he actually now has equipment and his van, and he travels and he receives jobs and things like that. So he was able to quit his 9 to 5. And she said she's leaning into in 2026, finding out what is important to the people that surround her and encouraging them to go at that full throttle. So of course I still work. I have a few more years that I can wrap up where I'm at because I've been with my company over 20 years and it gives me unique benefits that I couldn't get anywhere else. I'm able to travel and do a lot of things and have experiences that I would not otherwise. So that is a blessing in and of itself. But content creation is just a hobby. It's fun. I've recently become a YouTube partner, of course. There is a different program where you don't have to be at the 1,000 subscribers, but they can see the growth. I think it's 500 plus, and then a certain amount of hours they allow you to participate. So I'm at that stage of the game, but I've enlisted help, and you'll see a lot of changes, a few different things. But I appreciate all of my subscribers. The ones I met last night, I was so surprised. I always introduce myself, and to hear somebody say, "I watch you. I'm already a subscriber," and introduce themselves, and then I know who it is from their YouTube name is kind of a trip. But I love that, and I appreciate just being at that event. Melody had entertainment. I cannot remember the young man's name. I think it was Julius, something like that. But he's a I think he was called the voice of Vegas. He was called that by Gladys Knight. Gladys Knight will give somebody a name, but he had a very amazing voice. When he sung the song, he mimics the artist. He did a cut from Kim. He did Stevie Wonder, Donny Hathaway's This Christmas, one of Melody's children, the girls that were the one that can sing. Y'all, I'm not Milani. Milani is the baby. Mariah is the older one. There's one that sings. She's the middle daughter. She sung the Adele song that she can sing. She has a really sweet little voice, y'all. I didn't record her singing or anything like that. I'm sure some people did, but I didn't really record the girls like that because they were attending the party as their family and party participants. If you know what I mean. I don't knock anyone filming. I think that was fine because they were there and Melody knew cameras would be there. But for me, I did it. Tank, I did because he is a dancer. He is out and about. He's greeting the whole crowd. He's all over the room. It was just different for me. So she sang for us. She sounded beautiful. And it was strange. It's like she's comfortable doing that because the room is so supportive and almost we feel like they're family because we met them through the TV so young. And then, of course, Milani, we watched be announced and then born. I think there was a delivery room scene. There was a delivery room scene with Melody and Martell or right after. So that part was really good. The entertainment, the food, as always, is good. There was salmon. There was grilled chicken. The temperature was good. Everything came out. It was still hot. You could have tea or lemonade. There was Sprite. You could have water, of course. I didn't see a bar this year, which was fine. I had traveled. I've been up since 4 a.m. So by this time, it was about 10 a.m. There was still music, still dancing. Thank you. Yes, Inez Martin, you went last year and had a blast. It was the same this year. It was beautiful. TNTG Mom came in and said good morning. Thank you so much for commenting and supporting both of you. Everyone that came in and left a comment and supported me and knew I would be there. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. So let's see, with the dinner, the dancing, the DJ was really good. The 360 photo booth looked like a lot of fun. Melody, as always, is very encouraging. Miss Deborah is a great speaker. Canavis is really funny. He called out certain ones to dance with him, those that like to hold down the dance floor. That is really fun to always see. I got to see everyone I wanted to. There was one person I didn't get to speak to, but I wanted to, but I didn't take time to walk across and speak. But that was okay. Everybody there was really positive. It was a lot of fun. The food was really good. The music was really great. The location had a lot of parking. It was easy. Atlanta is always fun when I come. It's just my trip has been compressed into, I wanted to come a few days early and circumstances outside of my control, I did not get to. So Melody revealed that she has, when she left the show, of course, we see what she's been doing with 7th Avenue Beauty, but she received offers that she was just told with herself, said, girl, you are tired. Just, you got to rest for a minute. So that was another lesson that she was telling us. Stop. My alarm, this means it's almost time for me to. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap this up in a minute. Dot Willie, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming into the live. But Team Replay, I appreciate Team Replay. I apologize, everybody. I got knocked off because my alarm went off, but that was fine because that means it's 10 a.m. It's time for me to almost get ready to get out of here. But those that came in late, that Willie Team Replay, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for your support as well. So I shared a little bit of news about my channel. I've talked about Melody Cherie and her second, I call it annual Winter Wonderland. But she was saying encouraging people on her team to kind of lean into what their strengths were. But even though she got all these offers after she left the show, which she kind of announced last year, a few people figured it out when Ms. Van asked the cameras to be cut. But she said just for 2025, we did a wrap up of that. And then leaning into what your talents and strengths are for 2026. So that's my goals. My goals are grow my channel, but to still, of course, remain myself. My original subscribers, I would love to attract many more subscribers that are like the ones that are here now, engaged, positive. We don't all agree, but that is actually fine. I prefer that. When you agree with me, you know I love that. We laugh together. When you disagree, I'm sorry, I can laugh at that too. I find that funny. When certain ones come in and they're holding up someone that I'm getting ready to drag, I love that. I feel like that person needs a representative too. So if you love Dr. Jackie or Dr. Heavenly or whomever you think I'm getting ready to drag, Portia, you can come here and be safe here with your own opinion. And I do appreciate that. That's one of the things I love about my subscribers. So the people that I met through Melody Cherie, through what used to be Love and Marriage Huntsville, and now Melody Cherie's 7th Avenue Beauty, all the things that she's working on that kind of inspired me to start my channel and start creating content. But there'll be other things that I cover as well. Sandra P is free to move about the cabin. It's something I'll get better at when I'm on a trip. It's not just for my own rest and relaxation and knowledge and travel and learning things. I also be sharing it with all of you. So I do appreciate that. The next trip that I have coming up, I will be going to Galveston, Texas cruise that Queen Sheba is hosting. I'm looking forward to that. So that is going to be, I believe we leave January 3rd on the Carnival Breeze. So those of you that are going, I will see you there. But Team Replay, thank you so much for coming with me on this Winter Wonderland journey, the 2nd annual. All of the subscribers, everyone that I was able to see last night, I appreciate them. So I'm going to get my stuff together, get ready to check out of here, and then I'm en route back to Charlotte. Regina, it was so nice meeting you. I found out Regina, one of the subscribers, is from she lives in North Carolina as well. So I found that interesting. KB's mommy had driven in from Florida. There were people that came in, flew in, drove in, peace, love, and light. They left this morning, 4 a.m. They had an early flight. It's Tay T. So good seeing you. All of the ladies that I got to see. So I just appreciate everybody. Thank you for joining Sandra P's Gen Extra. And as always, I will see you in the YouTube streets and the actual streets. Who knows? I actually will see you in the actual streets at some point. So thank all of you. Enjoy your holiday season and Christmas, Ramadan, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. My family December is a birthday month. And then also we have people that are no longer here, but are guardian angels. It's their month as well. So December is highs and lows for me, but I appreciate everybody that I'm able to see either here on YouTube or in person. And I'll see you in the YouTube streets, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and post that as the thumbnail so you see the picture that I took with Melody. So we had a little, it's Tay T took the picture. I forgot what she was saying, but it, of course, was something funny. So we were like, So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you. Thank you for the safe travels home. I appreciate it. Olivia Schenkel, thank you so much for telling me and that you're glad I enjoyed myself. Inez Martin, all of you. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll leave TNTG Moms up. Goodbye, everybody.